And we are live.
Hot damn, we're live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the time I like to go by. And we've got Steve Makes Everything. We got Roger's Shop. And my boy Rick's 2 cents is in the house. Steve has now decided to leave us, but that's okay. How is everyone doing tonight? I hope y'all are well. This is our normal Friday live chat. And hey, Conrad is number 1. Feel free to ask us questions. We're doing Q&A live. We'll answer all your comments and look forward to hearing what y'all have to say.
Scott said he already hit the like button. Appreciate that, Scott. Thank you.
If you got any questions out there, fire them away and we'll do our best to answer. Don't know, might make something up. Never know.
Conrad said, I like the last video you guys did too. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. It's a nice box. That's what she said. Hello, everybody. Doing great, Daniel. How about you, brother? Jeremy asks.
I'm here. I love it. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world.
Yeah, guys, do us a favor. And this is our 6th live, which is really, really cool. And after the live, I guess people have been thinking about things that they should have asked, they should have said, or whatever. So they've been sending me an email, which is great. That's fine. We can create some items that can come up. But I want to bring something up because my father always told me that a friend will defend you in your presence. Friend will not in your presence. And I had someone, I guess, had some beef with Daniel and approached me to kind of maybe mend the wound, so to speak. And I just want to say that we've formed this team collaboratively together. And if you got one problem, one of my brothers, you got a problem with all of us. So I'm just sorry. We're going to stick to my guns that way. So you can lick your wounds and say you're sorry all you want, but I have to honestly be say this is our group, and I got to stay loyal to my group, loyal to my guys, loyal to my brothers. I got everyone's doing. Where's Steve? Steve has Canadian internet service.
Fading in and out.
It said when the ice melts, it gets faster. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But I did get asked a question, and it was kind of, I guess, legitimizing our podcast here. That if we would consider doing a podcast live on Apple and iTunes. So that's something we may consider, and maybe repurpose the content, or additional live stream, or maybe that would be a week behind. Some questions and answer. I'm not how shit would work out, but that may be something we could consider. We'd have to talk about it offline, obviously, but sorry, guys. How's everybody doing? Doing good.
Yep,
Steve,
good
you're
here.
trying to connect. Says does not connect. Hey guys, so let us know how you're joining us, what channel you're following, or how you found the rest of us. And if you're watching this on Facebook, if you're watching this on YouTube, Steve's on Canadian time. Yeah, normally I'd say Mexican time, but yeah, he's on Canadian time. My wife's Canadian, so I always have to lie to her what time we got to be somewhere, because they're at least an hour late all the time.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I think he's back.
Well,
hey,
let's see how long it lasts this time. It's not my internet connection.
Is that what she said, Roger? To Steve, I mean. See how life's like this time?
It's brutal. So I'm in the middle of building my new studio, and when I do, hopefully all of this is behind me, because I won't be using this crappy Mac Mini.
Nice. I definitely want a new one, but it's so expensive. Awesome. Share the podcast. Thank you. I do have to make fun of Roger that the Disney person, the Disney, I forget the username, the one who actually won the laser.
Mhm.
I thought that was a chick, and it was a dude who was commenting all those things.
Yeah, I did too. Then when you sent me the address, I looked at, oh, well,
Not,
What?
not that there's anything wrong with that.
I'm just saying.
I think he fooled us.
We've been bamboozled.
Yeah, we've been
Steve,
back. What the
see ya.
hell?
Steve.
You just never know who's on the other end of an internet connection.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right about that, Bo.
Yeah, so let us know, guys. You guys have any questions, anything you want to know, let us know. That's what we're here. This is live question and answer. A lot of Roger showing some support there.
Well,
Yes.
that's good.
Terry has a Mac Mini M2. That's exactly what I have right here.
Okay.
My Mac Mini is probably a little bit different than yours because it's only got about 4. It's got 2 USB ports and 2 Thunderbolt ports, and I have 2 big hubs running out of all of those. So I have USB connections everywhere.
Yeah, I have the MacBook Pro, but it doesn't have the USBs anymore. They have the
Yeah, they're all Thunderbolts.
yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks though, because you have to buy that adapter and it's all big and janky, and I don't like that adapter.
Yeah, my Mac Studio, which is the one I use for editing, is
Yep, same thing.
it has about 8,000 Thunderbolt ports on the back. It's much better.
You can actually daisy chain these. I've got 2 of these daisy chained.
Yeah,
at that point, you might as well get a USB
I have
hub.
them. I have some daisy chain too. The problem is you only have so much bandwidth, and every time you have a port, so if you have a 4-port Thunderbolt hub, it's dividing your capability and your bandwidth by 4, right? So
Can you engrave copper on a 20-watt diode laser?
No.
You can
What?
tarnish it. You can tarnish it.
You can make it hot.
You can discolor it. You can discolor it. You need a fiber laser for that, like one behind me. Good evening. Great to see all your beautiful faces.
Thank you.
Thunderbolt is the way
do
to
you have
go.
a fiber laser, Roger?
I have a ruby, not a fiber.
Close enough. That'll mark copper.
Yeah, that'll mark. It just takes forever.
Yes.
So I'm gonna do the thing everyone else has already done, but I gotta try it. Because it's not considered defacing since it's a penny. Do the cleaning pass and then put a mask on them. or they put the Mike Tyson like tattoo on the side of the face. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
We don't have pennies here anymore, but I'd love to put a tattoo on the Queen's face.
They don't have pennies at all?
Nope, got rid of them about I don't know, 7-8 years ago.
They ain't worth shit up in Canada.
How does the price work? It's always equal?
They either round down or round up.
Oh, they round up.
It just made it a penny
No,
more.
we're kinder and gentler in Canada. Sometimes if it's less than half a penny, they round down.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
So
or less, it's less than 2.5 cents if the difference, because the nickel is the next step up. So nobody uses cash anymore
$1.99
anyway.
specials.
Well, if you saw the video I just did on that little 3020 CNC, I'm in the process of putting a Carbide Create trim router on it right now. So that's going to really up the power on that little Analyx.
Reminds me.
I know. I got an email today actually asking when I'm gonna put that CNC together.
I did an upgrade on I had the Genmitsu 4030 Pro Ver XL, whatever. There's so many letters, and did an upgrade to the 60 centimeter rail, so 2 feet for you folks, and then upgraded it with a trim router. And hopefully you can see this turned out amazing. Like, this is awesome.
No, it looks good. 54 people in the live. Thank you.
Sweet. Welcome everybody.
Well, best starter laser, again, that gets back to kind of what you're going to do, but you're going to want to kind of look for a name brand and look for something. I wouldn't go smaller than 10 watt. In fact, 20 watt would be better if your budget allows, but you don't need a 40 watt unless you're going to go like crazy cutting stuff.
So I would say this too. If you're buying anything under a 20 watt, before you purchase it, ask them, can you upgrade? Can you replace the head? Can it be upgraded? Because if that's all you can afford, then hey, sometimes you got to start where you can start. You know, you don't got to keep up with the Joneses. But then later on, when you make enough money under your belt to say, okay, I'm ready, then upgrade it. You don't have to purchase another laser. It's a big savings. Does it stay warmer more than 2 months in Canada?
It's pouring rain outside right now. Come on. We're supposed to get like 2 inches of rain tomorrow.
Hello, I just got finished cooking for the hubby. So what'd you make? Let's see. Looks great. Looks good, Steve. I'm saving up for a laser, but found a great deal on a DeWalt scroll saw. So don't do it.
I've got one of those. Those are nice machines.
I have a scroll saw sitting on the floor down there for the last 7 years. If I knew you were looking for one, you could have had it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Once you start using a laser, you'll never use it. It'll just be a dust collector.
I was just about to say the same thing.
I'm not saying it's not a good tool. It's just you replaced it with the laser.
Yeah, you know, on a scroll saw, all that little nudging you have to do to get around corners, you don't have to do that with lasers.
Will 30 cut through wood or cutouts?
Yeah, 30 will cut through wood. I mean, not like a 2x10 or anything, but yeah, it'll cut through. Well, I don't know about half-inch plywood. I know it'll do quarter-inch pretty easy. You start getting up much. Start getting up much past that in plywood, and the layers and the glue and stuff will give you fits.
Yeah, solid wood pine you'll get through. Yeah, I don't know, an inch maybe with a 30-watt laser fairly easily. The trick though is not to fall into the trap that I think the companies would have you do and say, amp up the power to 100% and go real slow and just chisel your way through it. It's to go with more speed and do multiple passes, because then you'll get a much cleaner cut.
And air assist on 100%.
Always, yeah.
Yep. And
I had trouble cutting through a quarter-inch plywood.
Yeah, well, plywood may not always be consistent because the glue consistency is not always the same. So it's hard to get plywood dialed in.
If you use external, like outdoor plywood, it's hard to cut. The glue is just, I don't know what they use for glue, but you just can't cut the stuff.
Roger, that drink looks like Mama's. Hamas?
Yep. Nope. This is Hams right here.
Hams.
The beer that made Milwaukee famous.
She's talking about cutting quarter-inch. Quarter-inch will not be a problem. If a 30-watt can't cut through quarter-inch, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Well, something's wrong.
I normally here, but
Conrad, $260. I don't blame you. You can't buy a laser for $260. So you just
okay, so tell me this with the lasers. How do you, like, if I want it on an actual piece, how do I line it up and everything with, like,
okay, so
how do you level it and square it with, you know what I'm saying?
I took a piece of MDF and I cut it to inside of my frame, right? And then create and Roger makes these as well. He makes like a spreadsheet basically on there that's every inch or every half inch, whatever you want. So when you took the file and you created it, since it's cutting it on that, 1 inch over is 1 inch over on Lightburn, identical. It's a mirror image because you created that file. So if you go to center it, what I'll do then is, let's say it's 14 inches long. So the dead center is 7 inches. So then I measure my piece of wood and do a pencil line. I measure the pencil line and measure it and push it down. But then I also have a board that's nailed to the very long last line so that I can set it flat on it like this. And I can show you later, but yeah.
Yeah, layout grids on every one of my lasers, and I do them all in 10 millimeter squares. That's how I have Lightburn set up too, is in 10 millimeter squares. So everything matches up perfect.
How come when I watch your videos and you go to laser something, it comes out exactly the way it looks in Lightburn, but mine comes out flipped horizontally?
Do you have an X-tool laser by any chance?
I was just going to say, it sounds like an X-tool issue, because that'll flip them.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I had
X-Tool,
somebody tell me to flip my image because of something one time. I'm like, mine's coming out perfect. What are you talking about?
so in Lightburn, there's a setting where you can control where the zero corner is if it's upper. So X-Tool uses upper left. Most other laser companies use lower left. And if you change in the middle, it will flip the thing upside down or backwards or something, or both. I don't know. I can't remember.
Scott
As I
Anthony says-
remember on my X-Tool D1s, if I create something like for an hauteur, then open it up and on my X-Tool, it'll be backwards and upside down.
Yeah.
And I
Scott
got to
Anthony-
flip it twice.
Could
Scott
y'all do a
Anthony-
video on that, getting the thing square?
So if I know I think we all do have one. I know if you go to
Yeah.
Rick's 2 Cents, I have one on there too. It says like making laser engraving easy or something like that.
I've
It's on
got quite
my-
a few of them. Almost every laser I've got and done a video on, there'll be
Yep.
a layout board for it. And the grids for them are free downloads. Look in the description on one of the videos for whatever laser you have and go to our website and download the file. But they are all for Lightburn. I don't use anything else.
Do you miss using a scroll saw once you get a CNC or a laser? No.
No.
Actually, I still use mine if I'm cutting like 1.5 inches thick, and I'll either use a scroll saw or the bandsaw or both.
Yeah, I don't use it at all.
For anything that's more than like 3/4 of an inch, I'll use my CNC.
Yeah. Does it matter whose group I'm signed into? No, it doesn't matter at all.
I was just answering that one.
Okay. We all get credit for it, so it doesn't matter.
Well, and the messages all get into the main feed here.
Yep.
Because that message came on mine. Carol's a member on my channel, apparently.
No, it's a longer 20 watt. I'm not sure what that. I know I missed the beginning of that maybe.
He was saying it's not an X tool.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
there you go.
Oh, geez, longer should be proper.
Now,
Maybe
that's lower left.
maybe you just have Lightburn configured for the upper left corner.
Guys, what would cause an otherwise great cut table saw to cut a square 2x with different cuts on all sides? I don't even
Arbor
understand that.
bearings. Arbor bearings would be my first guess.
What would cause
I didn't even get the question to be
your
honest.
fence is out of square or something?
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're using a rip fence, it's probably not square.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if your fence is square but it's still doing it, you got an issue with arbor bearings. Been there, done that.
Let me show you this real quick. If you have a decent table saw, your fence literally comes with little Allen keys that fit these little holes, and you can adjust your fence to where it's square with your blade. So try that out. Try adjusting your fence.
Yeah, now look, Chris was saying same thing. He bought a scroll saw and used it twice. I think it's like one of those tools like you want. It's like a grinder, right? Like you want a
I want a
grinder.
bandsaw.
How often do you use the grinder? But it's just you just want it.
I would trade my scroll saw for a bandsaw too.
Yeah. Thanks, Carol. Appreciate it.
I reached out to Win and told him, hey, I need a bandsaw and you need some publicity. Check out my subscriber count and let's do a deal.
Hey,
Yeah,
Daniel, who was it that you got the tumbler from?
Julia.
Carol said she's a member of all of ours. Thank you, Carol. I know you were entered in a couple of our giveaways.
Oh, yeah. Carol's awesome.
Hopefully she's entered my giveaway on my channel, which is closing tonight at midnight.
Uh-oh.
Shameless
Good luck,
plug
Carol.
for my own channel.
No problem. No problem.
And we did have enough people sign in to give away 2 Acme lasers, so good on us.
Nice.
Well, damn, where was I at?
Well, you can become a member and
I'm about to.
watch the 2-minute video that tells you how to sign up.
Yeah. I'm planning to make some boxes and humidors, but do some scroll work on overlay panels. I don't know the correct term.
Like inlay?
But
Yeah.
do some.
Steve, you just did a video on that.
I did. I still have the hummingbird sitting here.
Yeah.
At some
Yeah,
point
see,
I'll
the
get
laser's not good for like an inlay, is it? I like
Show him. Show him. He
I
just
think
did
it's
a video on
super
that.
good.
I really need to subscribe to my channel, Daniel.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
watched.
so.
I watched the whole video. I
That's
watched all your guys'
half
videos.
millimeter maple, all of that.
Yeah,
What the hell, Steve? All right, I'm coming to visit.
lots of burning questions.
Come in the summertime, though. It's nicer.
Yeah.
What questions you got? Let us know.
I don't know if Canada will let me in.
Oh, well.
Weed's legal there.
Yeah, you can get all the weed. They sell it at like liquor stores and stuff.
I don't smoke weed.
I wish
You
I
should.
knew.
You got the
about
look, man.
fence. I bought an old table
Yeah.
saw from auction. Cut great, but the fence was off. Yeah, there you go. You can adjust it. 65 people in the live. Thank you. Thank you.
Sweet.
I use the bandsaw more than my table saw.
Yeah,
I use my table saw a lot.
I've had other people say that too. Once they got a bandsaw, they actually use it more than their table saw.
Yeah.
The only thing is to me is like, I don't know, a nice bandsaw is pretty damn expensive. Like I was thinking about the Harbor Freight deal because they're kind of cheap. As often as I would use it, probably all I really need. But like a good name brand one it's pretty fucking expensive. Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, Sydney.
Yeah, they have a tool, an alignment tool that sits in your miter slot on your table saw that can adjust to your blade.
All right, so they're asking our names. I'm gonna hide the comments because then you'll see our names come up underneath us.
See, I have Conrad doing my advertising for me right there in the stream.
Thank you, Conrad.
Johnny Conrad, man, he's my moderator.
All right, Conrad, we have to talk. We may have to have you jump in on give us a hand sometime too. What time is what is summertime in Canada?
See, that's a loaded question. It depends where you live. I live on the East Coast, so summer starts about, I don't know, end of February. My daffodils were growing in January, but it got a little cool, and I think they decided to head back underground.
Now I have Harbor Freight. Watch out.
Well,
Huda. Pretty cool. Yeah, I think Conrad's plugging, man. He really wants to be the moderator. All right, Conrad, we'll talk. Send me an email. We'll have to get you set up.
No, Carol, I don't live in Newfoundland. I live
CNC. I have 3 of them.
So I have one that's not put together yet. I've had it like 2 months. So I think this weekend I'm gonna tackle that project.
I don't have a real big one. My biggest one's a 4040.
Are we still talking about
I do have
CNC?
3 of them.
Come on, Roger. You must be tired. You're not snapping back.
Out of it today. Not enough sleep.
I'm in Florida. Summertime starts in March and ends in October. You suck.
Yeah, but your winter is probably about the same as our March.
I thought you were trying to like convince us to make you a moderator, not make us jealous of you. I have to check and adjust my fence occasionally, especially if I take it off to cut full sheets of plywood. Those little screws can move around. I'm afraid to use Loctite on them.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, if you do, use Loctite blue because you could get that loose again. Don't use the red, or it'll be there forever.
Don't use red ever. Yeah.
So, but most of the time, though, on your table saw, you have 2 sets of screws, right? Because there's 2 sets of measurements, and I don't have to take my fence off if I have it on the other set. I can move it out of the way enough.
Well,
I can still cut a full sheet.
What I'll do is I'll set my fence to where it is just ever so slightly kicked away from my blade at the ass end of it, like away from me. That way, when I'm ripping something, it won't bind up at the end. You know how sometimes you'll get that burn mark?
Yeah.
But if you kick your fence to the right a little bit away from your blade at the very end, it'll get rid of that burn. I'm talking about like a 30-second.
Right.
It doesn't take much. It's a very good tip that I picked up from
Finished Carpenter,
Rob Cosman.
I have a Tool F1. I can put a black acrylic under clear glass to engrave without having to spray or marking spray paint.
Well, you'll engrave the acrylic because that laser beam will go right through the glass.
Yeah, I think most people use CO2 lasers for that, right?
Yeah, anything clear or acrylic for that matter, you want to cut with a CO2.
I just bought a 4040 and in the work of setting up, just finished a stand for it.
Yep, I've got a 4040 that hasn't been released to the public yet from SaintSmart that I've been playing around with. It's a nice little machine, but I can't release the videos on it until they can release it to the public.
They
They
won't
keep
let
putting
you,
it off, so I don't know when it'll be.
they won't let you publish it early. Won't that increase sales?
I
No,
have to
they're-
wait until they tell me I can release it.
Yeah, I had the same experience with both the S1 and the F1.
Where do you move from, Steve?
I lived in the center part of the country, well, in the capital, where all the crazy truckers were protesting there a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah, they wasn't playing no games.
Because I'm lazy, I got the VCreate as my first laser. The camera makes it easy to align and do fairly simple things.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah,
VCreate.
it's a real easy one to use.
So I hear a rumor that VCreate is coming out with a new laser in next month.
Did you
Well,
see
it'll
the
be
new,
probably April.
Did you see the new Iker laser, 80 watts or something like that?
Yeah, well, it's this one. This is the 48 watt version, but they do have a 70 watt module for it now.
I thought it was 80 watts.
I got the new 1,000 watt.
Yeah, that's the input power though.
I thought it was 80 watts for some reason.
It is, well, no, it's 70.
It's 70?
Yeah, that's insane for an open frame laser. I would not
Yeah.
use that.
I'm doing the build in Material Tester and Lightburn for the first time, but it only burns the squares and does not speed and power test. Any idea why?
You can either click on to add those captions in there. I've not used it, but maybe once. I usually just make my own from scratch, but I know they have one in there, and I did play with it once. I know you have to put something in there so you can see what the speeds and power settings are.
Yeah, you have to set the settings. There's also down at the bottom of the little test window, there's a couple of buttons there that control the main settings for the text and the I guess it's the maximum or minimum power for engraving. And for if it's an engraving test, you also want to make sure that you mark it as fill.
Did anyone
Which you can do once you click that button.
have any of you created a video on this? I didn't. I have not. No. Sorry.
No. I
Steve-
just stumbled through it.
so did I. So did I.
Yeah,
Steve,
so I know that area well. Bob's World. I can't trust names now. Yeah, I used to live as a kid. I lived in Niagara Falls.
So Bob, when you grew up, did you watch Bobby's World? My table is so antique, I have to measure both sides of the blade to make sure it's squared. No knifing. Take 2 minutes.
I have my thing on full blast, okay, going at a speed of 10, power 100, 3 passes, and it still didn't get through this quarter inch.
Okay, so what is it? What is it? Half inch?
It's a quarter.
Quarter? Well, you have an Elegoo. Is it 10 watt?
20.
It's 10 watt.
It's 20?
20?
Yeah, it's 20.
20 should have gone right through that.
Do you focus?
Oh yeah, no, I need to learn how to do that.
You're not focused?
He's
Yeah, you got definitely got to focus.
Yeah.
I can
That'll
tell just
probably
by the
reduce that.
thickness of the cut that or the cut attempt.
So there
that
should
it's
be
not
there
focused.
should be a little arm, like a little thing that flips down at the bottom of that.
Or an acrylic plate.
Let me go grab one.
It could be an arm. It could be just a block that you slide underneath. It could be, well, there's a dozen different things. Sometimes the older ones used to use a little piece of plastic that you put under there.
Hey,
A lot
Daniel,
of
look.
them use a 3 millimeter thick piece of acrylic.
Yeah.
So are these rulers
so
you
here's-
buy at Dollar Tree.
Here's the head. They should have a little arm. Most of them have a little arm you flip down.
Oh yeah. I did that. Yeah,
Okay,
Where
and then
you-
when that
yeah. Where you set the screws and let it drop down to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you tighten it up and then flip it back up.
Yeah.
Okay, so that allows you to raise and lower it, but there should be an arm that hangs off the side. See it? And that, when you push it down, won't allow.
It rests on the material, and then you can tighten the laser module back up.
Right. But you should have this little arm here.
An arm or a kickstand. Different brands have different things.
Unless you have an
it
IQ.
It flips down, and then I let it touch the material, and then
Listen, Daniel, there.
You're breaking up, bro. Breaking up.
Apparently, you have crummy internet in the U.S. too.
76 people in the live. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Wow.
Smack.
Laser burn shotgun style. Exactly.
Yeah. Point the laser in some general direction and hope you cut out a box.
Your money is not at 1,000. What? What do you got on black?
You get a block. That's a focus block.
Do you use Zoom? No, we're using Yardstream. Looks like we lost Daniel. Daniel, some people are giving you advice on what to set your speeds at. We'll have to go through that with you. Hey, how's everyone? I'm bowing out too late here. Need sleep. All right, Michael, thank you for joining us. 20 watts should definitely do trouble cutting a 1/4 inch. Yeah, without a problem.
A comment about the S value, could also be true, although it's very unlikely.
Yeah, that one's normally a hard-coded value. Well,
yeah, it's usually hard-coded. It's very unusual to find that off. Although I will say I did have one laser that it was set at 250, and boy, that thing didn't cut worth a damn.
Yeah, I had one just recently. I forget what it was.
Mine was an Atzer.
67 in the live. Thank you. Hit that like button for all of us. Come on, hit that like button. Let us know where you're joining us from, and if you have any questions, and leave it below.
I think the We Create's a good starter laser if it's within your budget. It's very, very easy to use.
Woohoo!
Yep. See that?
Oh, there you go. That's the best kind of laser, a free one.
Yeah,
$3.99.
Found out that you're not Miley.
Yeah, there seemed to be some
It's Miley.
misrepresentation.
That's Miley Cyrus in his profile picture. I thought it was Miley. I thought her name was Miley.
Oh man, Roger's not laughing anymore.
Andrew Scholar.
Huh. Close up and personal style. Yeah. Oh man. Changed my name to my workshop name. This is Catherine. Nice. Thanks for joining.
Oops.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yes. Well, there you go. There's my giveaway. I was actually just going to point Corby at this. If you want a free laser, Corby, go enter my contest. It closes at midnight tonight. Midnight, my time. So that's Atlantic Standard Time. So it's 1 a.m. Eastern Time, if that's where you are.
Jesus. Hey, Ron.
I won one of Steve's anniversary giveaway.
Cat, do what he just told Corby to do.
Free is the best beer also. I don't know though. I've been known to turn down beer. I'm picky when it comes to my beer.
I only ever turn down American beer.
Oh man, you said it's too watered down?
No. You come to Canada, man, you get beer that's like 10% alcohol.
I know.
Hi, my name is Jim. Put Miley's comment up there.
I like that.
Hey, Jesus. make it?
Oh man.
You gonna make
I
it?
don't know. Roger seemed to be making plans last week.
Hey,
You
we
had
all have a
Roger.
type. We all have a type, right, Roger? Oh man. Hey, he's a Marine, so
So
he
the
was serving our
18
country.
someone just commented about that AT&T thing, and
Oh.
the pharmacies just had a cyber attack, and I'm telling you, they're doing some cyber stuff. We're getting attacked from every angle, bro.
It's crazy.
And the World Economic WEF was saying the pandemic is going to be a cyber pandemic, and here we go. That's what they said about COVID, and here we go. But yeah, AT&T shut down.
It's crazy, man. Crazy.
Like half of its users can't use their phone or some craziness, something weird like that.
Thanks, Corby.
Hello from West Virginia. I got some family stationed out there.
Andy.
Did plenty in my much younger days to last me a while. Yeah, think me too.
Scott, they're commenting on everybody's page.
My it's gonna gum you. Oh man, get it. You getting roasted. Hey Dan, just saw this. Hope you're doing good, brother.
Hey Richard.
Anybody got any questions? Let us know. It's fun busting jokes, but we're here to answer your questions. I'm getting a visual.
Oh God.
That's the kind of visual you use. You poke your eyes out.
Yeah.
I don't think I could see all the comments in the chat. I came to Daniel's page. Hey, Scott, so look, this is how it works. You guys are all on here. You may be on different YouTube channels. You may be on Facebook. You may be on Instagram. We have all different social medias. But Yardstream takes all the comments from every social media and puts it in here. And the reason we're sharing it on the screen is so that everyone can see the comments. So that's kind of how it works. Just Verizon's having issues as well.
Conrad. That's hilarious. It's
likely a certification that expired and no one at AT&T remember renew the password. Uh-oh, here we go. I got a generator and food.
Whoa, could be back on, Roger.
I got a generator here too. That's a necessity here in the Midwest.
So yeah, I have a generator too, but it doesn't power my shop. So 2 weeks ago, when the cops decided to shut the power down, it left me in the dark. Like literally, it was black dark in here.
Damn.
Like feeling around for things I'm not going to trip on. What's the best?
What software would you recommend convert raster files to SVG files?
Inkscape. Actually, Lightburn will do it.
There you go. Any tips on how to safely resaw pallet runners with an arch in them with the table saw? Don't own a bandsaw.
Don't do it.
You might have to make 2 passes. You might have to flip it over, but boy, watch for nails and rocks and all kinds of other stuff in pallets.
If you're dealing with a bowed up pallet, anything that's bowed up, you don't want to pass it through your table saw like that. You'll get kicked back and you'll chop your freaking fingers off like I did.
Or just use a chop saw or a circular saw.
Yeah, use a circular saw. That's actually wise. Not a chop saw though. If he's resawing, yeah, definitely use a circular saw and do it in 2 passes.
Well, here we already got to that one. Daniel's correct. AT&T did have a nationwide shutdown yesterday. Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, I ain't lying. I mean, what the hell? You think I was lying? I ain't gonna
blow smoke. Couldn't even dial 911 here. They're blaming it on code issue.
Damn.
Sounds fishy.
Damn developers.
We're going through some crazy times right now. 64 people in live. Thank you guys. Thank you. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to each one of our channels.
God dang it.
How thick of a pine, 10 watt? Probably 1/2 inch, and it's going to take multiple passes. I wouldn't be going to try and do a 3/4. You're not going to get a straight cut. It's going to have a curve to it.
Little curve.
I have some very old lumber from a barn. Lots of nails in it.
That sounds perfect for cutting with a saw, right?
Send it right through the table saw.
Then just get a cat's paw and a hammer and go to town.
Yeah, as long as there's not broken nails in it.
Yeah. Watching FNL as my laser prints money. Love your guys' show. Thank you, thank you. I have AT&T fiber internet, but my phone service is working good. I went to the AT&T doctor, told me I need more fiber.
That's good.
Thumbs up for Generac generators. I could afford to have power in the outage, would shut down my own production. Nice one.
Yes, Generac is what I have for the shop.
Yeah, I just upgraded mine last year to a bigger one.
Yeah, definitely worth it.
I live in a great place, but we do get occasional hurricanes, and it'll take out the power grid for 3 or 4 days. So
That's Catherine. She's making me a sign. I can't wait. Catherine, I'll help with shipping. Just let me know the cost.
Friday Night Live. Thank you for joining us. It's a Friday Night Live. If you got any questions, let us know. Let us know. Got a metal detector. Check them all. Get a metal detector. Check them all.
I mean, your blade won't have a problem going through it. It'll just ruin your blade.
That's why I
Yeah,
said
if you're going to be putting old lumber through a planer, you definitely want to get a metal detector.
Yeah,
for sure, 100%. Planer or joiner, yeah.
Yeah, it'll suck to ruin your blades. Reinstall the phone booths across America.
Superman needs a place to change.
Yeah, there you go.
That's funny, Andy. I remember using them phone booths. Man.
I'm trying to enlist some help to get the nails out. I don't want to.
Come on, Sassy. You got it.
You got it.
Light a fire in your backyard and use that for fuel.
There you go.
I live 1 mile from Self Ridge Air National Guard Base here in Michigan. You won't believe the amount of people that blame the aliens for all the lights over the base.
Don't try and hide it, Corby. You know there's aliens.
Yeah.
I used to live in Colorado, in Denver, and there's a Air Force base up there that doesn't exist. That exists. That's kind of wild.
I'll tell you one thing. I've seen some shit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's aliens, but I've seen some shit.
Yeah, you're way up in the mountains, and all of a sudden there's like a sheer cliff that goes up, and it's all fenced off, and they have signs that say you'll be shot on sight if you go past it. But someone told me that the reason they say there's so many aliens in the area is because they actually use that area to test planes. So maybe not planes that they released yet.
Richard, Conrad, can you post the links again for Richard, please?
I have some neighbors that have signs like that.
Get shot on sight.
If you're going to run end grain through a planer, even with the sacrificial strips, take them cuts extremely light, or you're going to have things torn up all over the place.
You're going to have so many divots in it, man. I would do a drum sander, man. Take it to a cabinet shop.
He wants to know where his microphone. He wants to be on the live.
Well, Ricky. But Joshua, go to a local cabinet shop. They got drum sanders. They can run it through no problem.
Over here.
They probably won't even charge you.
Thank you. It's not turned on. I can turn it on.
All right. Let's see. Hold on. Steve, you want to jump in?
Oh, sorry. I was reading the mainstream. Safety run? No, you definitely. Well, I've done it on end grain cutting boards, but it's not something you want to do as a regular thing.
Like Roger said, if you do, just take extremely light passes.
Like we're talking a couple thousandths at a time. Don't go any more than that.
It'll literally grab and break the glue joint, and then you'll have shit flying at you. I've had it happen from experience.
I thought I was the only one that did that.
No, I've been there. It was quite scary.
Yeah, I tend to use my drum sander most of the time, unless I'm something in a rush or something.
Way to do it. Hey, little Ricky.
They're saying hi, little Ricky.
Hi.
There. The best B2B sales tips.
Think you can go first?
Oh, do you have an
Back to
opinion on that one, Roger?
You got to be a salesman. So if you could sell like ice cubes to Eskimos, you're in the right work line.
I can do that.
Yeah, you have to create the need, right? And the way you do that is you basically understand where their gaps are. It's good, like, not that I've been publicly stated that I don't make coasters, but if you go to places like real estate agents or lawyers' offices or
Talking to the camera.
any company that has a lobby, they will buy that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
More importantly, they'll buy it for more than 1 cent of profit. You can sell something with a company's logo on it for twice, at least twice, what you can sell it to an average person on the street.
Agreed.
Yep.
You have a fume extractor with the WeCreate.
You don't have to have it, but you better have a place to vent that hose to,
Yeah, that's
preferably outside.
Yeah, I'm always on the fence with fume extractors anyway. If you can vent outside at all, do that, because fume extractors are just even the best ones I've seen are just okay.
Yeah.
Plus, you have that consumable, right? You're always putting filters in these things, and they cost money.
Breathing in. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
You know, I have a 6-inch PVC that's going out. Use a router shed for end grain cutting if you can.
Router sled.
Yeah.
Sled.
Yeah, I think he has one. He'll probably do that instead.
Hi, I'm 3D printing for 2 years. It's difficult to start engraving from that background.
Not really, because you already know what X, Y, and Z is, so it's not really that difficult.
And with engraving, you generally only have to worry about X and Y. So
Yeah.
it should be 30% easier than 3D printing.
Yep, 100%.
Oh, sorry about that. I missed that. Sorry, Conrad.
You need to buy a big package with the Recreate laser that includes the fume extractor. Do we hit that? We hit that one already? Am I going backwards?
Yeah, you're going backwards.
All right.
You're going backwards.
All right.
Oh,
Ever
yeah.
had
Plenty of them, Richard. Plenty.
Do you mean today or
I can say there's been a few projects that have gone in the fire pit. Things just didn't quite work out quite right.
Yeah, I gave a box full of scrap wood to my sister-in-law because she has a fireplace, and she said she burned it all, but she felt really bad because there was basically a whole chess set in there of failed pieces.
Yeah.
I said burn them. I said they're in there for a reason.
Yes, April.
Hey, please bring that out here and put that back. Yeah, you know, I think I shared this on our second live that I had a lady reach out to me who was trying to copy one of my signs I had made. And I think that what she misunderstood was when they're seeing a lot of this white wood, they don't realize that's stain. They think it's paint. And then they're trying to laser engrave through paint, and it's just gumming up, causing the fire, what have you. And she had financed the laser. I don't know, it was a credit card or what have you, but she told her husband that, you know, she'd been watching YouTube enough that she was pretty confident that she could make the payment or make money. And she kind of fell on her face and wasn't making any money and wasn't, you know, being able to make the payment out of her profits. And, you know, she just kind of came to me in tears at loss, you know, and I helped her. But so on our second live, I showed some fails, right? I didn't say we always brag and say, hey, we made this. This is great. But not everything turns out great, for sure.
So this is one of
Rare hose is good if it's metal. Don't use a plastic one like I do on one of my fans, but your vent hose should be metal. If you should happen to get a spark and it picks it up and throws it into that hose and it's got dust in it and it's plastic, you're going to have a fire.
Yep.
Yeah, I would refine that a little more by saying make sure you get good metal. If you get flexible hosing, get the good stuff, because I actually had a whole bunch of, like, I put this standard kind of light metal tubing on, or pipe on a laser, and I could smell smoke. And I shone a flashlight through it, and it was full of holes.
Oh man.
Everywhere where there was a flex in the metal, it had a hole in it.
Yeah. Little Ricky, you got this. Because he says that in the videos all the time. You got this. We got this. Yeah, you know, he got picked up by Nike. He's sponsored by Nike just being on my YouTube channel. So maybe one day he'll be paying my bills. We'll see how that works out.
That's the dream of every parent. The reality is they often ask who you are once they get their own money.
Who's that fat Mexican guy over there? Oh, it's just my dad. Just let him in.
It used to be my dad. Now he's just a guy.
Hey, Mike. Steel wool burns amazingly well.
Yeah, it's a good fire starter.
Yeah.
Learned that in Boy Scouts.
Oh
You
yeah.
can start a fire with a flashlight battery and a ball of steel wool.
Yep. Especially with some linseed oil on it.
Hey, Mike, doing good here. How are you tonight? Oops, got to cancel my Amazon hose purchase.
Yeah, for
You must
the
purchase
dryer
plastic
vent.
hose.
Oh, okay.
I do use a plastic hose on mine, but it has 3 feet of solid steel on it first. So if there would be any sparks, hopefully they'll go out before they get very far.
Yeah, I'm just using water main PVC.
I've used all of them. My current one, my laser here. Well, actually, the stuff I have on my big CO2 is metal on the inside, but plastic on the outside. It's kind of a double line thing.
Nice.
But I do have a piece of the PVC pipe on my S1, but it's about that long before it goes out of the wall, so I'm not too worried. It gets into metal pipe pretty quickly.
Yeah. Chilling with you guys makes it better. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you hanging out with us.
That's encouraging.
Yeah. Only one of us has a beer in our hand, so I don't know. Maybe we're doing something wrong. We gotta.
I'm gonna,
Right here.
I already went through 2 bottles of water, so. Oh, Ricardo, cha-ching. I think that's Daniel that got that.
must be Daniel.
I don't know, Steve. He doesn't have the OnlyFans like you, but he consistently gets the tips in there.
He doesn't have a bandsaw either, so. No, Daniel wasn't frozen. He was asleep.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, you were. We caught you.
I was not frozen. I mean, I was not sleeping.
I like that name, Imperfect Woodcrafts.
Andy. Oh shit! Somebody donated. Hey,
Conrad,
Who
just hit you up your site and subscribe. We'll certainly check out your site, sir. Thank you for the link. Awesome.
thanks, Ricardo. Yeah, come on, everyone.
We're doing this.
Froze. Sorry, guys, I wasn't frozen. I was trying to get my eyes to water because I have an eyelash stuck right there, and it's driving me crazy.
You're still,
Yeah, guys, you guys got any questions?
You're still kind of janky though. You're like about 3 frames a second, maybe.
It's almost like time lapse.
Ah,
Like you guys said, not perfect mistakes made and learn from. Exactly.
Yep.
If I make a mistake, I'll generally leave it in my video to show you what not to do.
Me too.
that's how I do it.
Yeah, sometimes mistakes lead to innovation too. I made a charcuterie board, and I've made hundreds of them, but for some reason I was doing different handles, and on a CNC, when you say cut something out, you can say cut inside the line, on the line, or outside the line, and I picked the wrong side. So I made really big holes, and I thought I had the board sitting on my workbench for a week and deciding what to do with it. And I ultimately decided, well, I know the exact dimension of it because I cut it with a CNC. So I cut another inner handle, and in a walnut board, I used maple handles, and I just put these little rings in and pressed them in. And I make all my boards that way now.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
Happy accident.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Sometimes sometimes you also make a mistake. You just gotta laugh. You're just like, what the hell?
You shake your head. You drink a coffee.
I've saved all of my bloopers from all of my videos, and I'm going to put them out at the end of the year.
There you go.
Sell them as one-of-a-kind items.
Oh, yeah. Explicit content.
Bandsaw makes you nervous. Watch a buddy back 2-1 put his hands into it. Not fun.
What
No,
would
you don't want
that
to do
for?
that.
Yeah.
Not recommended.
Keep your hands away from the blade.
Yeah,
And if
your
you
bandsaw
count,
doesn't
if
really
you're cutting
care
anything
whether.
round like a circle, make sure the front is supported. You want to actually put it in a jig that carries the circle through, because that could hurt you too.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm kind of with Conrad on this. A lot of times, the first of making something, I just got a measuring tape and a piece of paper, and I'm kind of measuring and going along as I'm doing it.
I've had so many people ask me where are my plans at for the builds I do, and I'm like, it's the video. Watch the video. It explains everything. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't do plans either unless it's something extremely complex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. When it's necessary, you'll have to do it.
I guess I'm the outlier then, because if I'm doing pretty much anything, I'll do it either on. If it's 2-dimensional, I'll just use some drawing program. But if it's anything that I'm going to put together, I'll use a CAD program.
You're just Canadian. That's all.
No, I'm a perfectionist.
I'm kidding, Steve.
Actually, I'm just really bad at doing anything that uses a pencil. So if I have a tool that can draw straight lines for me, the happier I become.
Looks like you're not the only one fighting raccoons there.
Uh-oh.
Another cha-ching.
Hey, that's Ricardo. He's my guy. Thanks, Ricardo.
What? I thought Ricardo was my guy.
I think there's more than one Ricardo. Any projects you guys refuse to make?
He popped up in my feed, so maybe
he's helping you out.
Any projects you guys refuse to make, or does the phrase "money talks" come into play?
If it is inherently dangerous, I will refuse. And no, money doesn't talk. But otherwise, I don't care if it's political or religious or what. It's their thing. They can have whatever they want. I don't care.
Hell yeah. I'll engrave the shit out of it.
Yeah, if it's something that would be dangerous to someone, I won't do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't make weapons, but I don't judge people if they want, I don't know, whatever, something religious or something political. I'll make it for them. I don't care.
So
you want to make a weapon for me?
I started off doing a lot of religious stuff, and I think I shared this once before, but I had people reporting me on Facebook, and because they report you on Facebook, they shut the account down. They'll do their investigation, and then they'll obviously there's nothing wrong with it, so then they'll reinstate your account. But the point was, it just kept shutting me down. So that was just kind of, I don't know.
That's why I never engraved anything for the longest. If you like my jewelry box, buy it. If you don't buy it. Right.
Yeah, and in politics, I think, I'm not a Trump fan, but if you wanted something made, I think I'd make it, but I wouldn't post it online. That's for sure. I'm not getting stuck in politics. That could be a lose-lose situation.
Yeah. Politics is not for woodworking.
Yeah, well, I definitely wouldn't post it. I wouldn't post anything controversial on any of my feeds, but
okay, somebody's calling me by my middle name here. So what's my middle name?
Whoa.
What is this?
Kind of weird.
Craig?
Yeah, that's my middle name.
No, she's talking to one of my chatters named Craig.
Oh, okay.
I thought he had a guilty conscience there. I thought he had to sit back a little bit. Hold on, let me look at her picture.
Some people call me by my middle name because my father's first name is Roger.
No, I don't have a middle name.
Me neither.
If I can draw it, then something. If I can draw it, then sometimes it's a challenge to cut it, but it's nothing like a hill for a mountain climber.
Mike is an artist.
Nice.
Well, you can't.
Extremely awesome artist.
It's hard to cut drawings on a CNC.
Here's an idea. Could you all collaborate on a project and get your viewers to input a spin on it? That would be fun to get you all involved.
That's a
Richard,
thought.
that's what I just did. Don't be giving away the secrets of the channel, Richard. God.
We could do
I'm
something.
kidding.
We could all make a side and make Daniel put the box together. Do our own different laser engraves.
There you go.
Rogers is a 49er fan.
Great
I
middle
am not.
name. Craig
Yeah,
said
I
great
went-
middle name.
I went through a lot when Roger Craig was a star. So, yeah, I went through a lot with that. He actually went to school here, high school.
Man, Ricardo's got some money.
He's making it rain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Make sure you put extra zero in the one you do for me, Bo. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Ahead of the first 9. Yeah.
All right. So somebody want to answer this question? I was going to ask, can a hand drawing be be uploaded to a file to burn?
Yes.
Yeah, real easy. If you got a scanner, scan it, save it as a JPEG, pull in the light burn, right click on it, click on trace the image. You've got
If
an
it's-
outline.
If it's an image with good contrast, like it's pencil or black, like Sharpie on a white piece of paper, you can just take a photo of it and bring it into any drawing program and convert it.
Somebody's floating.
It gets better after 3 beers. Just get him up.
Yeah.
Down the first 3 and then just milk the rest.
I think Corby was on pain pills the other night when he called me sexy.
Hey, we got someone called Roger called sexy the other day. And they want to
Oh,
laser. So.
It's that mustache. It's the stash.
Yeah, if I grow a beard though, I look like Santa because it's just Snow White.
Come sit in my lap.
A vector image is best to. It depends what you're trying to do, right? Because now everything with these lasers, they're getting so dimensional. It's 3D slash. You guys see just created a new update that allows you to do a clean pass after an engraving.
Well, you could do that anyway. You can just put a rectangle.
No, automatic.
on top of it.
Automatic. It's literally a checkbox. So
Oh.
it says like, and you can set it after however many passes. Let's say it's 5 passes, 10 passes, whatever. And you can adjust that pass to be different. So it's just a clean pass. And then go back to the deep engraving.
Hey, a family recipe on a cutting board? That'd be crazy cool.
Yes, lots of people do that. That's a big thing.
Yes, I've done that with like grandma's cookies and grandma's biscuits and aunt's potato salad, and I've done a lot of those. I do them on bamboo.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's a great idea, Catherine.
Yeah, the other day I was at work and someone said, "You want a cookie?" It's my grandma's cookies. And I turned and thought I was really going to show me something. I didn't know that was a brand. Grandma's
Damn,
cookies.
Ricardo's
I was so disappointed. I was like, what the heck?
That's those oatmeal cookies, right?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a real cookie. Like, oh, yeah, all right, I'll take one. Showed me, it looked like it took it out of the vending machine. Oh, man.
Oh, wow. It was her original handwriting, too. That's cool.
Yeah, that's really popular that people are doing that with the scan.
Yeah, that's super cool, man. I knew I got this laser for a reason.
Yeah.
You good, Rich?
You're now in the abyss.
I know as soon as I get a hang of this thing, I'm going to be, oh, God, it's going to be over with.
I always call you Sexy Daniel. I'm sure you love my fellow bearded individual. Oh, man, look at Ricardo. Ricardo is on fire tonight, boy.
Yeah, he is. He must have got a bonus.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody wants to catch on to Ricardo, just, feel free to latch on to that one. Group hugs.
Group hugs. That's kind of weird. Okay. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You smell funny. That's what I tell people if they get too close to me. I'll just look at them like, you smell funny.
I draw, cut, and airbrush so many gnomes. It looks like I had a picket line on the side of my house and sold them $40 a piece.
There you go.
It's cool.
I cut out the little eyes and the dog snout in my fence. So when I pull in the driveway, they can come and run and look out the fence with their little snout.
That's hilarious.
It's the best.
Anyone ever tried line after fill? It takes your engraving up a notch. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Yeah.
That's a good idea. I have no idea what you're talking
I do that quite a bit.
Yeah.
about. I think I hit Phil the other day on accident because it about burned my shop down.
Corby's looking for a sugar daddy. Ricardo, I need a laser engraver. Wink, wink. Shared boards and sharing boards and planners are good too. Gift them with treats with the expectations they do it again and again. I agree. You can give one away and then create business doing that.
Yeah, those any kind of engraved boards are good with real estate agents because they're always looking for something to a little gift when they sell a house, and they want stuff engraved. Like the people who are moving in kind of see it on their counter when they first go into their kitchen the first time, and they think it's kind of cool. So, and it's really cheap. I mean, these bamboo boards are dirt cheap.
Yeah.
James.
Mike, this isn't OnlyFans, Mike.
Yeah. I did family sayings on slate with my grandmother's signature. She passed away. FYI, if you ever need to find a signature, go to the county line in deeds and search the records. That's cool. That's actually really cool to know if you want to get a great grandfather or someone like that. That's pretty cool. Cool idea. Thanks for sharing that, Jack.
That had been a tough one there.
Oh
Whoa.
my God, that is hilarious.
That gift would hurt to receive.
Are you sure we're talking about the same mac and cheese? It sounds just like mac and cheese, son. Get it on the counter, boy. Get it on the counter.
Only you, Rick. I think you're the only one.
I got $100 from a lady, lost $400 at Walmart. I returned it with a note. She called me and stopped by my house. It was nice. I'm sharing the gift.
That's a good man.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
Hey, Rick, call me tomorrow. I'll be available for a talk around 11. Ricardo. I had to do that on the last one. Glitter fart.
What? Oh, he's finally back. I haven't seen him in a while. D sending you some more pens to give out your way, North Carolina.
Oh, shit.
They wanted him to burn the place down, putting it cut and boarded in the microwave. He said, "I'll give you a call." Hey, what mic are you using, Daniel, on your hat there?
Mike?
Yeah, isn't that a mic?
Oh, I don't. No, that's my little emblem. My mic is
I always
over.
saw a mic clipped into your hat all the time. I thought that was a mic.
Yeah, you did. You do.
That's a Hollyland. I've got one of those.
Yeah, Hollyland. It's pretty good. I mean, for the price,
Yeah.
it's actually really decent.
Yeah.
But I can't hook it up to the computer though. It's only works with my phone.
Yeah, guys. You guys got any questions? Let us know. Let us know. And don't forget to hit the like button. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to us. We've definitely done some nice giveaways. Daniel gave away a really beautiful what do you call them?
Keepsake box.
Keepsake boxes. Roger gave away a nice laser. I gave away a custom engraved Zippo, and Steve soon will be giving away a laser that includes.
I'm giving away 2 lasers on my channel tonight, but at some point, since Roger discriminated against everybody else in the world, I'll give away a laser at some point to the Canadian viewers.
Nice.
I just didn't want to pay to export it. It's hard enough to. I get people all the time that order from me that are in Canada and have to pay that ridiculous shipping.
Yeah, customs are crazy.
Yeah.
I shipped something to a lady, and at customs, they try to make her pay like $57 or something crazy.
Yeah, it depends where it is. If you're sending something like a laser, though, the country of origin is China, so there shouldn't be any customs other than the declaration.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that VAT, the VAT tax.
Yeah, you have to declare that if you're sending it to Europe. Yeah, but that's just a label you stick on the outside of the box.
I've sent stuff to Germany, Australia. Australia's expensive. It was like $500 shipping bill.
Man,
and it takes forever to get there.
Best software for a CNC for a beginner, probably Easel. Then when you
Oh,
kind of use the free version of Easel, don't pay for it. Then when you kind of get that under your belt a little bit, go to something like Carveco.
yeah, either Carveco if you got money, VCarve. I personally don't like Easel, but it's free. It's free, but it's worth every penny. They just limit you so much with what you can do with Easel that you
I
kind
use
of get a.
Carveco most of the time.
Yeah, I have a license for Carveco, but I use VCarve most of the time.
Have you guys heard Librem release their CNC version of software? Last I heard, they were in their final testing. I have not heard that. Have you guys?
They
Heard
I
that?
had not heard that either.
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
Hold your applause, please, and thank you.
Yeah, you got it, Rum. Yago.
Funny, most of my orders are to the USA and Canada.
I'm kidding, Conrad.
I don't mind
yaga him.
shipping to Canada and Mexico, but to ship to the European Union or Africa or Australia is really expensive. I've stopped doing it now.
Just wondering, only have flexible hoses for dust collection till I get duct tape up. Should I be grounding those somehow? Heard this dry winter air can cause static charge and possible explosion.
You
First
need
off-
so much dust to
Yeah.
be able to ignite it from a static spark. The odds of
Yeah.
it happening in your house shop or your home shop are so slim. I mean, if you had a big sawmill or you had a flour mill or a coal mill or something like that, yeah, I could see it. But the
So
you're good,
odds
Josh.
are really, really slim.
So I talked to a
Yeah.
guy who's a fireman, and he said there's never been a documented case in a small workshop caused by dust and static. There has been fires caused by vacuum systems, but in every case, I guess it was because they sucked up a screw or something and it hit the impeller on the fan and caused a spark, and then you got this thing sitting in the dust, right? So, I don't prescribe to this. To the running copper wire either. Well, certainly around the outside is pointless.
Yeah,
around
really.
the outside of the pipe, but even through the pipe, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a thing for me.
I'll tell you what will start a fire is linseed oil with your rags. If you discard them, put them in a latex glove, and tie it up. That way it can't combust, but they will combust. I've had it happen to me, and it scared the shit out of me.
I've heard people say that. Like, make sure you leave your tiles laid out flat. Don't crumble them in a ball. Try a bunch of them because it can do that. I remember in high school wood shop, they actually had a special canister that would close it. I've never actually seen that, but I've heard a million people say that.
I just choose not to use linseed oil for that reason.
Yeah.
It's too dangerous.
Yeah, it is very dangerous. You wouldn't think, but yeah, it'll get you.
So look at that. So I guess it's legit. Ricardo said I saw their demo at Hobo with the wood channel. Then it's got to be coming.
What's Hobo?
Hobo with wood. He's a good guy.
Thought I knew about shipping when I worked in shipping. Got an education. I moved to sales. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Pirate ship.
That's because he wasn't paying the bill to ship it. He was just shipping it. That's the difference, you know.
Yeah,
Ron,
Carveco Create's a good one.
Yep. That only works with their CNCs though, right?
No, you can use them on something else. You just got to do a lot of fudging around. The trim rotor I'm putting on that Analec CNC came from Carveco Create. They didn't give it to me. I had to buy it, but it's
Conrad.
TR11 collets.
it's bath soaps. It's not meth. It's just bath soaps.
What is it?
Bath soaps.
What's that?
Meth.
Yeah.
Oh, meth. Oh, Jesus.
You don't need to worry about any explosion. You need to worry about static getting on your control boards.
Your machine's grounded. That ain't going to happen. It'll go right to the ground.
Although I will say, a lot of these machines are not grounded. When you actually open it up, there's only 2 wires. That third wire is just grounded to the chassis of the the laser itself.
Bath salts. I used bath salts a couple nights ago. I was hurting, dude. I ain't kidding, dude. I come home from work. I worked so damn late. I didn't get home till like 9 o'clock. I was like, babe, put some bath salts in the tub. I'm hurt.
You know what? I tell you what, I've been using this thing. I know it's not the greatest brand, or everyone want to bash me, but it makes a huge difference in my shop. You know,
My best investment has been a leaf blower. That's how I clean the shop.
Yeah, I open the
Open the
garage
door,
door
turn on the
and-
leaf blower.
Yeah, that's what I do. Open the
Me
garage
too.
door and blow it out.
Let her rip.
Oh, you took that question away. This one.
well,
Vectric, you mean VCarve. VCarve Desktop and VCarve Pro. The primary difference, other than the fact that one is 3 times the price of the other or twice the price, is Desktop is only allows, I think it's 24 by 24 inch images or G code to be dropped onto the CNC, whereas Pro allows you to make as big as you want. That's the primary difference.
okay, so now break that down to layman's terms. Someone who's just getting the CNC, what that actually means.
So VCarve is the software that takes an image, translates it to G code, and basically that's all it does. Now, so it can send it to your CNC too if you have a supported machine, but it just creates G code from a drawing. And but VCarve itself has limits. When you buy the quote unquote cheap one, which is still hundreds of dollars, it only allows you to engrave 24 by 24 inches. Like, so you could have a CNC that's 5 feet by 5 feet, and you're still only going to engrave 2 feet by 2 feet. They removed that limitation with Pro.
Is it VCarve cam only? No CAD?
Right. Yeah, so I generally do a file in Fusion 360. I don't use the cam piece of Fusion 360 because it's just too awkward. So I'll create an SVG file from there, and then I'll load it into VCarve and run from there.
Warrior Woman said, thanks. You know, I read that name and all I hear is Warriors out in play. If anyone remembers that movie. No?
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember Warriors?
The Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Don't forget.
Oh, this is.
There
Oh,
you go.
sorry. Did I just remove?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here, no. Let's do yours first. Don't forget about gadgets. Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah. VCarve Pro also supports gadgets, which are plugins essentially.
Jesus, Jack.
So Ricardo, I have this challenge. I'm not sure Lightburn's going to drive VCarve out of business. VCarve is a big commercial tool, right? So $100 tool is, first of all, it's not going to be adopted by big shops, but it's also not going to support the kind of stuff that VCarve does. Not entirely. It's just, it would be impossible because VCarve is huge. I wouldn't mind this because paying $100 is much better than paying $1,000, but they'll get the small market. They'll get up to like the 40-40, 60-60 kind of CNCs.
Their claim of fame is that they'll be able to send file directly to the CNC.
Yeah, that's not a
Yeah, you
big
can
deal.
do that from easel too, but I never do.
Yeah.
I always do it from Uggs or from even Candle. I don't use easel to send it to the CNC.
So there's a new one, Roger. Have you seen G-Sender?
I haven't seen that one.
So there's a company, they're actually here in Canada, called Sciency Labs. They build the long mill Mark II CNC, but they now have an open source thing called G-Sender, and it's actually pretty sweet looking.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about, but y'all better answer all these questions once I get my laser.
That's why we're here.
Yeah. I think that I don't know about you guys, but I look at things that I early on made and I was like so proud of, and I look at it like that looks like crap. Like, you know, like you learn so drastically, like you
Yeah.
evolve learning.
The best experience is experience.
Right. And
Yeah.
don't be mad if you post something online and you get constructive criticism because you think it's great and it's actually crap. As long as they're actually telling you like, hey, you should do this and not just blatantly putting you down, then just listen. That's all. Just listen. I love Lightburn. I can't see Millimage, or however you say it,
Millmage, yeah, that's
Millmage.
their CNC software.
being better than VCarve.
Yeah, I can't see that either. I think it'll be fine, but I don't think it's going to be after the same market.
75 and alive, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate the support. I'll be getting the new long mill CO2 laser.
Yeah,
beta.
they're coming out with a CO2 laser too.
Nice.
Dude, you gotta give me like 30 minutes.
I have a meat market that I've used to deliver mail to, and for the most reason, they must like me because they are getting me selling. They're getting me sell my engraver cut boards, which is working out pretty good at the moment. Yeah, you never know. Everyone's a customer.
That's the ideal market for that kind of thing, right? You get them put on display on the counter right by the cash register, and people, they become impulse items.
People are selling things at our post office, and I was like, how the hell do I get in here? Like, literally, people were engraving rocks on lasers and selling them at the post office because they put the rock with like their family or established whatever when they bought the house.
Maybe they're just shipping them. Was an address engraved on it, or?
Yeah, the address was engraved on it, and it was it was like a card. They were like, oh yeah, so and so's making it. Lives in this town. I'm like, what the hell? How do I get on this plug list?
They're real easy. I go to the beach here and I grab a handful of rocks every now and again.
Yeah, I've never done one. I've been wanting to try.
You want these nice flat ones, you see.
What I thought was funny was I saw somebody going online and downloading like dinosaur bone prints and engraving it so it looks like fossils, and they were leaving it around like little kids' playground, so the kids find it and they like freak out, like, oh, they found a fossil, but they don't know that you made it with a laser. I thought that was kind of funny. So many people crying when they start getting feedback. Sometimes it's harsh, but you need to not be sensitive. Exactly. As long as
I have if you want to get thick skin, get in one of the construction forums, like electricians.
Come work for me for about a day.
Iron workers, yeah. Get into one of those forums. You better have some thick skin if you're going to make a comment.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I always give crap always to family members, and they're like, this is so amazing. I just get home and laugh for hours.
You give your crap?
Yeah, like, you made something, it's like, it's not that good, so you give that away because you learn from it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've done that a bunch. My mom has a whole room full of my crap.
She has all your boxes stuck on her fridge.
Oh yeah.
That's why I love Daniel's project. Stretches my abilities, even though I end up making a lot of firewood.
What? Thank you.
Probably one of the postal workers. I asked that. They said no, it's just somebody who lived in town. So I don't know. That was just kind of cool that they said pretty. I live in a smaller town, so maybe that's why. Glitter fart. I laugh every time I see this.
Glitter fart.
Lightburn's best feature, it keeps working after the key is out of date. It's funny. So that new feature that just came out on Lightburn, I was not able to update. So I'm actually going to email them because I paid $90 to just upgrade to this so that I can use it on a fiber laser. And like 5 days after I paid that $90, they're like, you're 1 year of having this, so I don't get updates. It's like, come on, man. I just paid you $90. So we'll see what they say. I do a lot of engravings for 3 local funeral homes, engrave their urns. Nice. What are you using? What kind of laser? Back in 1913, you could deliver a child through the mail. Actually,
Right,
I
you
actually
could.
saw some advertisements for that. Actually, and I think it was like a 25 cents, something like that. I saw the advertising. That's so crazy. I sell engraved stands at our local post office. Well, display them and have sold. None have sold in the last 10 months.
Why are they at the postal office?
Just because I was saying that there's a, my post office, they allow people to put that on there. A lot of people walking in there. Sunday. I finally get to work on exotics. Oh man, they got all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, Master in Dubai, that is a very hard wood, so be careful. That's the only tip I can tell you. I made a bowl out of that. Very beautiful stuff, though.
Some of those exotic woods wear a mask because it's just like a respirator, because some of them have nasty fibers that a lot of people are allergic to. We'll say,
Yeah,
I guess it's an allergy.
They can cause cancer.
Well, that too, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they put, like a little sticker on it. Most of them, anyway.
Mark said, "Hey everyone, good evening. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining us, Mark. Thanks for joining us." That sucks, but they'll probably work with you. You guys ever order from Europe? I have a feeling America's more open to handmade items, even if they are more expensive. No.
I do get orders from Europe.
I've had quite a few orders from Europe, but because of the VAT and the cost of shipping, I've had to stop doing it.
Yeah, Germany was my main European country that I sent to.
Yeah, I do German stuff. I'm trying to think where else.
I've done Scotland, Germany,
France,
Scandinavia.
I have 3 Lightprint Kings updated off for $30. Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard if I paid it $30, it'll extend my license. I figured I'd at least just ask, since it was literally within days of me paying me $90.
Ben.
Ricardo said he has I don't even know how to say that. How do you say that?
NJ.
NJ.
What'd you call me?
NJ Max 4 extended rails E40 migrant. You guys ever heard of that, Laser?
Nah.
Yep.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, they're getting a little long in the tooth now. They haven't really kind of kept up with innovation like some of the other companies.
Wait, you made the magnet shelf. That's why the phone system won't work yesterday. They're saying you broke AT&T. You broke
So,
AT&T.
guys, the story behind the magnets. I made a magnet shelf, a little key ring shelf thingy, and I had this smart-ass guy comment on it like, did you put a disclaimer that the magnet will destroy your key fob or your phone and your credit cards and all this crazy nonsense? And I'm like, he's like, I did the research. That's the science. And he's like questioning my integrity. He's like, I don't see how you live with yourself and all kind of craziness. And I was like,
so it's a magnet's not going to bother your fob, and generally it doesn't bother credit cards anymore because they don't use the mag strip on credit cards anymore.
Right. It's not 1990.
Daniel, by chance, that wasn't the guy who emailed me and I forwarded it to you, was it?
No, I doubt it. Was it Richie?
Maybe. I forwarded
you recently.
Yeah, I think so.
He emailed me today, and I think Conrad might have ousted him on one of my chats. And
yeah,
I gotta dig through it and find his name.
Yeah, I forwarded you an email from me. Yes, need a mask. I laid floors for a few of those. Still prefer ash.
I prefer ash too.
Yeah, it's nice wood.
What's up, guys? What do you think about the Atom Stack A5 40-watt laser?
It's fine. I have the A30.
Atom Stack lasers are fine.
A5 30-watt.
I have the Iker K1 Pro, which is Atom Stack.
Yeah,
it's just
I got one of those sitting back here.
Yeah,
it's a nice laser. Yeah, it's an Atom Stack. They don't even try and hide that fact.
No,
but I do think it's actually the same laser as an HRL2.
Yeah, that was weird, right? I thought that was really weird. I was like, what is that about?
Yeah, I think I don't know. Yeah. I think there's some company that makes the laser, and then these companies buy it from them. I don't know, or buy the design.
They're rebranding it, or they're stealing each other's technology.
Yeah,
Hey, the
well,
one behind you does that have the autofocus?
this one does, yeah.
Yeah, mine does too.
I don't like it, but it has it. My video for that comes live tonight.
Yeah, it took me a little while to get it dialed in because it wasn't accurate.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good afterwards.
Yeah, they just use a little switch that comes down and hits the material, but this one is out by, I don't know, about 4 millimeters. So, but I just use the stick anyway because it's faster.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Autofocus on a diode laser reminds me a bit of the computerized toaster, right? We can do it, but why would you?
I think that their biggest selling point too is they're trying to say that on the fly you can adjust it.
Well, that's handy, but you don't need autofocus specifically.
I know, but
for that,
I
right?
think that was all kind of like going hand in hand.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to do that. You might as well put the switch on the laser, right?
Right. I can't even say it again. How you say it? You say what is it? Nija?
NAJ?
NAJ Max 5 is testing with their 48 watt module. The Line Max is 4 XY control for contour cuts. I tell you, these lasers are getting more and more and more powerful. Like that's what I said.
And open frames is more and more dangerous, right? I don't know. I think I really, the only real gripe I have about this laser now is its open frame. And this is probably the last open frame laser I'm going to accept a review for, because I don't know. They just bother me. So
I said I would accept 2 10-watt lasers recently, only because I said I want to give them away for our live.
Yeah.
And I'm only going to do one video, just the unboxing, first impression, and then bam, it goes to you guys for free. So there'll be 3 lasers coming up soon for giveaways. There'll be 10-watt lasers. Notice some companies are starting to copy Roly Lasermatic brand with the enclosure.
I don't know that I would say it that way, but yes, lots of laser companies are going to enclose lasers.
The only thing is the longer laser enclosure I got, it wasn't FR. It was like rubber.
Yeah, well, I got the enclosure for this thing as well, and I wouldn't use it. If that was all I had, I would build a box.
Yeah, I was like, man, it's rubber. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, if you watch my video that's coming live tonight, I complain about the fan in that enclosure is not only the loudest enclosure fan I've ever heard, it's the loudest fan I've ever heard.
It's not very powerful though. It's like the Atezzer, the enclosure, that fan is powerful. Like when you turn it on, if you're holding it, it's like woo, like you feel it.
Yeah.
Like that fan was like, it's so big. I expected it to be powerful. I was like, man, this thing is not as powerful as I thought it would be. Can you get 400-watt diode heads for a few $100? I wouldn't suggest them though. I think you're misreading how that's labeled.
That might be 400 watts of input power.
Right.
You'll never get that on an output on a diode. That thing would be the size of a concrete block.
It'd have this big barrel. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be military grade for a tank.
And if it's 400 watts on the output side, it's going to be it's going to draw about 7 or 8 amps.
Yeah. So I needed to get a 1100 by 800 workspace. I do a lot of huge letters and signs for weddings. That's cool. I see a lot of people too making those like signs for your birthdays. That's big, right? And they use like 1/4-inch plywood. So basically, if it gets trashed, they made a killing. They probably charge them $1,100 and $200 in wood.
I've expanded my Ray 5 to 850 by 850. I don't know that you could go 1100 without changing extrusions to maybe 2040 or something, because as it is with that 850 on the x-axis being a 2020, that really should be a 2040. It gets a little bouncy.
I have the extended rails for the Atezzer V35 and the Iker K1 Pro, but I haven't installed them on. I don't think I'm ever going to install it on a Atezzer V35, but I think I want to use it on an Iker Pro because I want to use. I want to make those flags. They got the military engraving on it, or you got, the police engraving on it. I want to do something like that.
My heart bleeds for Jack in the shop. His fiber laser's only 100 watts.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, you're cutting through straight metal. Like he's making.
Mine's 20.
Yeah, I got a 60 and a 30 behind me. Yeah, 100. He's cutting through steel. He's making steel signs. That's cool. That's real cool. That's cool too. If you have a powder coater, you can do some badass stuff with that. Then
Yeah.
make some really cool signs. I think Daniel's pissing in the woods. 69 people still alive hanging out with us. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining all of us. These lives are getting, better and better. More and more of our subscribers are knowing. And again, we're here to answer your questions. So we don't mind making fun of each other. But of course, if you have any questions, let us know. That's what we're here to do and answer your questions. So what are you making with the 100 watts? It's really putting that 100 watts to a test. That's what I want to know. Are you cutting steel? Jack in the shop?
Sounds like Daniel's feeding the geese.
I hear the chickens. I hope he's not doing what I think he's doing.
Dang geese.
This is our soon-to-be moderator, Conrad. In there, here you go.
Hey, you're not stealing Conrad from me, damn it. I'm kidding.
Hey, Conrad, do you have a laser?
No, you just had to get a scroll saw, remember?
All right, he's got to hang out with the big boys, get him a laser. You said you're getting treated by raccoons.
I'm getting treed by a raccoon. Yeah, that happened in my other live. I had one jump in my lap. Quite a sight.
So I bought a 30 watt, was not happy, so I put the 100 watt in. I think that they have their place, right? Because what you doing?
What's up with this
You're
Jack guy?
You're doing dog tags. You don't want a
Tighten up,
100 watt
Jack.
laser, right? But if you're cutting steel and making signs, that's a whole different
I
ballgame.
like the name of that shop.
Jack in the shop is the geese. It's geese, not chickens. You said you were a giggity with the geese over there.
Giggity giggity.
Yeah, giggity. No laser. All right, Conrad, you have to hang out with us for a while.
Not giggity giggity in.
The wolves are getting him. You guys
Yeah,
got
I
any
got
special
wolves,
plans
too.
this weekend?
You're not supposed to tell anybody, Tyler. What?
You guys got any special plans this weekend?
What was that?
Any special plans?
Work.
Yeah, I got to finish this video. Finish the video at 5 o'clock.
I cut down like a 110-foot tree. So
All right.
tomorrow I'll be using the
What kind of wood?
chainsaw all day long, cutting it up. But
Nice.
I'm gonna plane some of that wood and make some pretty nice stuff to engrave it, and I'm pretty excited about that. I want to make a
Hell yeah.
bench table, a bench seat, do some real nice engraving, and this whole learning how to like do CAD type drawings with the laser is to make the 3-dimensional pop. Like I learned that because of the challenge coins, but I really want to start using that to like a CNC impression. So I'm excited. I want to do some roses and some pretty cool stuff. Just subscribe to everyone. Looking forward to some great projects. Hey, anyone got any cool upcoming projects coming up?
well,
any
yes
new
and no. I
releases
got a
of
few things
videos?
planned. If it's a matter of if I ever get them done or not.
I have some CNC work to do for a customer. I'm trying to. I have 3 more lasers sitting on the floor over here that I'm trying to get done because I got March and April are going to be a nightmare from a customer project perspective, in a good way, but it's just going to be busy.
Yeah, I just did this video the other day, the longer B1.
Yep, that's a nice laser.
So I've had
Yep.
that. I think I've had it sitting like 2 months. So it's crazy. So yeah, I did that, and I think I got a couple other stuff, a couple other things. So and hopefully some things start piling for my truck.
I just did one on the Ortur H10. I'm going to stop doing anything with 10-watt lasers now. It's going to have to be 20 watt or more. Or
I agree.
won't mess with them anymore.
I agree. I only agreed to these 210 watts because I want to give them away. So,
You're right.
Warrior Woman is back. So there are other mapping tools. They all use Google Maps. All of these map making tools. Snazzy Maps is, I don't know, arguably the easiest, if you can believe it. But I mean, if you're going to do a lot of it, you just kind of have to learn it. I mean, Snazzy Maps is all done with layers, so you can turn things on or off, and you can get confused very easily with it. But
Google Earth does the same thing too. That's pretty cool. You can.
They just use the maps, but what this allows you to do is actually create and customize a map, so you can zoom in on your city or your neighborhood, and use Snazzy Maps to add streets or remove streets, add names, highways, all those sorts of things, and then you can export that as an SVG file or a PNG file and engrave it. But there's some learning curve there. It's not as straightforward as it could be.
I saw someone on Etsy selling like the city of Chicago, and they have literally little street signs for every single street in the entire downtown Chicago area. I thought, like, holy crap, much time did they put in to do that?
Does this thing come on like 3 sheets of plywood or?
Yeah, I know. Thought that was crazy though. Let's see. I've been watching out candle holders and planters. I've been batching out candle holders and planters. Really hope for a good spring and farmers market. And I'm hoping for the flower bed things that I make for the memorials in front of people's graves. That's only hoping for that too.
Do you guys do farmers markets? Well, craft fairs and stuff.
Nope.
I do.
Do you?
I give the stuff to my granddaughter, and she goes to the craft shows and that. I don't do it anymore. I used to, but I don't do it anymore.
My wife keeps telling me she wants to, but I haven't done it.
Yeah, I don't do volume, but in part because I just can't see myself going to a craft show of any sort. So
yeah,
but
it's kind of.
Do people try and dicker you down to like free at a craft fair?
No, they pay top notch.
I always tell them they're sitting in a yard sale. It's like the stuff when I used to sell on eBay. We don't sell craft stuff there anymore, but they got something on it for $20. Well, I'll give you $5 for it. You ship it for free. I says, this isn't a yard sale. I can throw it away for less than that.
Yeah. See, I live in Mount Pleasant where the hoity-toities are. So I'm kind of grandfathered in. I bought my place a long time ago. But they're building so many brand new neighborhoods and $1 million houses everywhere, and all these Canadians moving down here. So, I mean, I'm kidding.
I know you're kidding because no Canadian would move there.
Low blow. Gloves are off tonight.
We got so actually where I live on the East Coast, there's a lot of Americans come across from the East Coast, like Maine and New York, and they have big houses on the coast here. Yeah. But the property values have gone insane here over the last couple of years, and now they're selling all of those things because they can make, what was $1 million house 5 years ago is now a $5 million.
Well, see, that's where I'm at, because I could sell my place easily $1 million, easy.
Yeah,
but
I bought
where
my
am I
place.
Gonna go?
I bought my place 5 years ago, and it's doubled in price.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I want to answer this question. There are so many laser manufacturers out there today. Do you see a time in the future there'll be fewer manufacturers, lasers become more of an appliance? This is what I say.
So. I hope so.
Keep it competitive.
This is what I say.
That's how people get better.
The Facebook, social media has changed marketing, period, right? So, like, if you buy a laser that's sold here in the United States, all it is a rebranded laser from China.
Yeah.
Right? So these lasers are behind me. I'm sure you could find them labeled something else, right? And pay double the price. So they're literally importing them. You pay them. You wait 2 months for it to come here. They charge you double the price, and the reason what they're selling you is that support.
Yeah.
And if it is a reputable company that actually does stand behind their product, then that's why you're paying double the price, because you are paying for the support. Not to say that a Chinese manufacturer won't support you, but you may literally have a 1-800 number, live dial-in type of thing. But you have to know that when you're purchasing it, do you need that type of support? Is it worth double the cost? Or can you teach yourself or learn from someone like us?
It's not China making it. It's American companies using Chinese labor and then
No, it's
shipping
straight
it
up
back
Chinese.
to us.
No, it's straight up Chinese.
Yeah, they're Chinese from the whole, the end to end of the product is all in China.
Yep. And then they're just literally putting a different sticker on the side of it saying,
yeah, but if you monopolize it, man, you got to have innovation. If you don't have competition, there's no innovation.
Right. But what I'm saying is, for the first time, the manufacturers are able to directly compete with the resellers. They're literally saying, oh, you want to buy this laser? Okay, fine. They tell the manufacturer, we're going to make this red, and they sell it to them, and they sell to Americans, and then the manufacturer sells it gray, and they're directly competing with the people that they're selling it to.
Right. Capitalism.
Right. So but you weren't able to do that before. The internet now is bridging those gaps. You can actually reach out to a manufacturer. You could buy one. Back in the day, you could do that if you bought huge volume. So I think you are going to start seeing these weed out, because the manufacturers themselves are actually competitors to these importers.
Well, the margins too are very small on diode lasers. I had a discussion with one of the companies, and they said they're making almost nothing on a laser. And in part because there's just so many companies, and you're going to see, I mean, they come and go now as it is, but you're going to see a lot of them disappear just because.
You believe that? Come on.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, I mean, a diode laser is
They're not in business to lose money and not make money. Come on, Steve.
A diode laser, other than the move now to more enclosed lasers, which I think is probably going to be the trend, and they'll all be enclosed in a year or so. There's not a whole lot more innovation you can do to a diode laser. It's about as good as it's going to get. There's no point in making bigger ones. I don't know why Icure is doing a 70-watt laser. That doesn't make sense to me. Even things like autofocus, I don't know why they're putting it on lasers. It doesn't make sense. So those aren't really innovation. Those are just like grasping at straws. And then at some point they'll say, well, look, we can't make any money, right?
Yeah.
I get it.
It's crazy. Definitely times are changing,
I think it's going to be like the cell phone companies. There used to be all kinds of them. Now there's just a few.
It's Greg's fault.
They've all combined and merged,
and there's still innovation.
But Primeco is still good. I don't care what you say.
Who?
Primeco.
I don't know what the hell that is.
You never heard of Primeco? They were famous for like the $99 cell phones, unlimited calls, unlimited texts.
Oh, the Obama phone.
No, not the Obama phones. That was way before.
The Obama phone, right? Is that what you said?
Primeco.
That goes way back.
The logo was like a little pink alien.
Primeco.
Oh,
I swear to God, I thought you said Obama phone.
That might have been a Midwest thing.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've never heard of it.
I bet
like Obama made a phone? What?
On materials they sell versus the laser.
Yeah, it's not quite like the inkjet printer market yet, where they give you the printer and then sell you the ink and make it impossible to use anyone else's ink. It's not quite like that, but yeah, I can assume they make quite a bit of money on materials.
Yeah,
but I think they make a lot of money on their lasers too.
Software.
Yeah, I think Xtool is definitely one of the American companies.
Yeah,
that's kind of made a name.
So tell me this: why isn't there more competitors in the software? Because that can use innovation, right?
Yeah, but they get all these proprietary trademark things that like lock them in to be able to let other people not do them. And
yeah, I mean, if we're blue skying on the software, I would say that Lightburn is on the cusp of collapsing. Because
really,
yeah, well, laser. I mean, they're making money right now, but laser companies are adding features that aren't supported by Lightburn. So why would you use Lightburn software? This is why XCS in the Xtool world is people use it, right? Because it's the thing if you want to do contoured focusing. You can't do that with Lightburn, and there's no way if you're a laser manufacturer and you add some special capability, there's no way to plug that into Lightburn.
I got you.
So I think Lightburn is one software innovation away from going out of business if they don't straighten up.
Crazy. You heard it here first.
Yeah,
Man,
well, I know people will argue with me, but hey, I spent 35 years in software, so I've seen
need to
Like
jump
on
in.
the
companies come and go.
I don't belong on screen. You guys are too smart.
on the WeCreate laser, yeah, you can use Lightburn with it, but it is so damn difficult. And their software is free that comes with it is really, really easy to use as long as you don't want to do anything real complex.
There you go. Prime Code was from 1998. Was bought by Sprint in 1999.
Well, they didn't last long.
My little brother's ex-girlfriend's dad owned a phone company called Suncom. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Suncom.
Hmm.
No.
And I wouldn't mind somebody buying me out for $1 billion. I'll tell you what, that means you did all right. Big guy come squash you out.
Yeah. It's like
Did you
T-Mobile,
know
man. That guy who owned Virgin Mobile. Is it the Virgin Mobile?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that guy's a
remember him.
freaking
Richard
gazillionaire.
Branson, that guy.
He always
Yeah.
had those like commercials. He's like with hot chicks on a boat.
Yeah.
Get my phone service. What the hell does that do with? Why are you on a boat with some hot ass chicks?
But he was competitive, so T-Mobile bought his ass out and gave him $1 billion. Like, go away, dude. Go fly to space or something. I think he did too.
Well, he tried.
Suncom was big into Florida telecom and government.
Yeah. Sam Shermer was the owner of that. Sam Shermer? Is that the right name? Anyway, I thought it was kind of cool. I knew a billionaire.
I feel like a caveman.
Me too. Fire, big fire. I make big fire.
You want to grab this, Steve?
Oh, sorry. I think I just highlighted it twice.
Yep.
Where'd it go?
This one.
X2 mix.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, I mean, I like X2. I like XCS actually. It works. It's if you're using their laser, they support Lightburn with all their stuff, but I don't know. I would use XCS honestly for most of that. If like with my S1 over there, I use XCS almost always.
I only said that whole Xtool thing. I don't own Xtool. I'm not trying to plug them to Xtool. I'm just saying they're becoming a household name. Like
they're big.
Even people that are even people that don't know anything about lasers. That's so stupid. They're like, oh, do you have an Xtool or Glowforce or Xtool? It's like, oh, do you have one of them? I'm like, no, I don't. They just assume. The Apple model sells the hardware and gives you the software free. As Steve said, that is where the laser companies are going.
Yep. Xtool, I've heard this from competitors of Xtool saying that Xtool's basic agenda is to shut Lightburn out of their product line.
Wow.
And the way they're going to do that is they're going to make their software great, and it's gotten a lot better since the very first time I saw XCS.
How about this AI stuff? Y'all heard about that?
Yeah, I use it constantly.
Yeah, I use it all the time.
What about the Google Gemini thing? Have y'all heard about that?
Yep.
Oh,
They that was Bard or something before that. They renamed it, but
if
these things are a little alarming, actually.
Listen to this. If you type in historical Vikings, they all pop up like Indian or black, or it's like all the way off. Like the Pope is a female. Like if you say make a picture of a Pope, it'll be a female Pope. It's like, anyway, okay.
Diversity.
Oh, Jesus.
I like using XCS.
Yeah, I like XCS.
I like SEX myself.
with yourself, or you said yourself?
Diversity, man, diversity.
Well, this is a good one.
What you got?
What do you use AI for? Do you use AI stuff, Roger?
I use AIs for, and I'll give away a tool because Steve's been bugging me for this.
Is Roger frozen?
To make my videos come up number one on Google, and YouTube is owned by Google. So at the end of the day, I don't care if you rank higher than me on YouTube. Congratulations. I'm not trying to rank first on YouTube. I'm trying to rank number one on Google. And most of my videos all are. And you can figure out algorithm theories with AIs, and AIs will definitely help. And there's software that you can pay for that will help you to look at all that. So, and then you have to have descriptions and certain keywords in place so that it's like a triple or quadruple verification. So you're not just using these keywords or using these things to actually come up first. Like you come up first for bananas, but you're selling sneakers kind of deal. So they do this 4 verification process to validate that it is legit. And if you do that 4 verification process, you'll come up number 1. So I use that. I didn't say what it is or how you do it or which one I'm using, but but that's just kind of a.
We'll beat him later.
Yeah,
I just put a video out there, and if it does good, it does good.
So I use AI for a lot of design stuff. I use Kittl as my quick design tool, and it has an AI tool built into it. So if you just want a picture of something, like I needed for this video for this thing when I was talking about how loud the fan was, I needed a video of some guy standing in front of a jet engine holding his ears. I used Kittl for that, and it took about 2 seconds, and I pop it up in my video. I also use it for naming video titles, making them better, improving them.
Yep.
What's Daniel doing?
I use it on a limited basis, but I kind of do the same thing Rick does. And I'm not going to say the name of the software I use either, but I use a couple different packages, and they have AI functions that'll boost your SEO.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, hell with y'all then. I gotta hit myself in the head with 2x4s. I gotta do all kind of stuff to get some attention.
You doing the jackass theory?
No.
I tried doing an image
I like my
for the
followers.
first time today, and the laser head was very jerky. Any ideas? Did you install the belts yourself, or was the belts already installed?
Belts are too tight or too loose, that'll jerk around quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if your eccentric's off.
Yeah, reply. We gave you some feedback. Reply, let us know.
Yeah, check the laser, where the carriage for the laser module on the gantry too, and make sure it's not floppy, because if it is, you'll have to adjust the bolts there. The nuts, I guess they are.
Chevy Chase of YouTube videos. Jackass made tons of money. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. The belts are fine, he said.
Okay.
So they're not slipping.
I'd be checking on the carriage then, especially the eccentric, or if you have a flat spot on a wheel or a bad bearing. Had all of the above on different things.
And is this new? Is this old, used? This just happened? It also slowing down when the laser fires.
Did something just happen to my computer?
No, you still look the same. What kind of laser you have? Oh.
Hey, we got Clack on. Nice.
Clack Shack. White space scan if you're running the grade scale. Set it to 2x in grade speed. The Clack Shack. What's going on, man? I jump on his live once in a while.
Yeah.
I actually thought he had a Friday live.
No, Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Clack Shack.
Creativity.
Clack Shack helped me set up my laser.
Oh man, see, because you didn't come to us, you had to go outside the group. I see how it is.
Yeah, I feel hurt now.
Clack, we're gonna have to beat you up now.
I emailed y'all. Y'all didn't respond.
You're just gonna get jumped, Clack. I'm sorry.
It's part of our secret plan to keep him occupied so that we can stream ahead there. And
Ah,
You guys got any ideas why it may be jerking around?
So it's a Creality 10 watt. I guess that's hopefully it's a Falcon 2, not a Falcon 1. But
a Falcon?
I don't know.
that's Creality's laser model is a Falcon. I'll say it the American.
Falcon.
Been working on my shop upgrades. Good luck with the jumping. Jumping.
Yeah, you said you were gonna jump them.
Oh, the jumping on the head.
Oh,
Yeah, I seen you did some upgrades, man. I seen you got some. I see your nice little signs in there too. I was actually
oh, it's,
talking to the guy.
okay. So it's a Falcon 1. Huh.
Clickety clack.
I don't know if it's making any weird noises or anything when it's moving, or if you move it by hand slowly with the power off, does it feel lumpy, like, or is it smooth? Like it's, I mean, that's a hard one to say.
Yeah, because when you push it by hand, does it sound like woo, like real smooth, or like grinding?
Like depending on the abuse it's had over its lifetime, maybe it's got a busted wire off one of the stepper motors and it's running a little rough. And
Give me a few minutes.
Mike said, "Go ahead and hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. We just hit 8:30, guys. I don't know if you guys want to call. That's normally our cutoff time. You guys still
Yeah,
ready
I
to
got people
around?
bothering me.
All right. I just want to thank everyone for joining us. I appreciate this. As always, we are live on Friday at 6:30 Central Time.
You want to share our channels again
Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and drop each other's
or
channels.
just show them in the screen
Yeah, let me do that. So
or whatever.
our soon-to-be moderator here was kind enough to, at some point in time, actually a couple times throughout the live, share all of ours. So I'll find that and share that on the screen. And let us know, guys, what do you think about this? Someone's saying, should we go on iTunes and actually put our podcast on iTunes? You know, maybe people won't like it because we might get famous on them. There's Rogers.
Conrad,
Steve.
don't go cheating on me.
What's that guy who he used to be in the UFC? Now he has a really big.
you broke
Joe
up
Rogan?
there, man.
Yes, Joe Rogan. We'll be the next Joe Rogan group. There you go.
Doesn't he get
Watch out,
sued
Joe.
all the time for saying dumb things?
No, he doesn't say dumb things. I mean, yeah, he does
he's
say
gotta
some
make
dumb shit, but
He's got to make a killing.
dude, he just signed a $250 million deal, a new one with Spotify.
Yes.
Spotify.
All right, 250 million. We can get sued once in a while, guys.
Or at
I'm
least
sorry,
pay
but
somebody to deal with that when we do, right?
right, exactly.
getting sued for saying something dumb. Jesus Christ, this ain't Canada, there, Steve. We got freedom
No,
of speech.
no. In Canada, you guys live with the lawyers, not us.
We got freedom of speech down here.
Hey, Conrad, do me a favor and post the Bearded Vikings channel for me, please. I can't seem to find it yours. I found everyone else's.
Just hit the screen. Ain't it on the screen?
No, you didn't share yours. You wrote
Yeah,
like,
I did.
that guy.
Oh,
That guy.
yep, I did that just for Steve. I love Steve.
Don't be that guy, okay?
Steve,
There he is.
There
He's
you go.
been
There you
posting
go.
these
Steve.
there, yeah.
Thank you, Conrad. Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. Cracking some jokes. Let's say I had a good time, actually, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, good
appreciate you
times
guys
as
being
always.
live. Appreciate you.
Yep.
guys being
See you
live.
all again next week. I got to go. The river's on fire. So see you
Oh,
next
shit.
week.
Strange things
go.
in Illinois.
guys.
Man. All right, take care.
Illinois.
Take it easy, guys. Bye.
Take care. Later.